Hello.
Hey gang. It's 11. It's Sunday. That could only mean one thing. Sunday Elevenses with me and you. Hello, it's me. Welcome to Sunday Elevenses with Jez. It's live. It's me. That means that probably anything could happen, and well, might actually as well. But happy Sunday, everybody. This is the first episode of Series 2. It's already a little bit technically complicated and going wrong. So it's just like proper live telly. Which is really my spiritual home. So, hey, it's so good to see you. Although I can't see you, but you know what I mean. The comments are live, so feel free to drop into the comments section at the bottom of this video. You can add them in and they come through live. I can see them all happening. So that would be super nice to feel like I'm not, chatting to myself. Now you'll notice that there is no cup of tea in my hand. That is being sorted by my Mr. Adorable, Morning Carol, right now, because we were running around trying to make a few changes and challenges, but we're here. So anyway, listen, we are here. Woody is asleep by my feet. Everything has come together at the very last minute into the most perfect little Sunday vignette. It's really good to be back. I've missed doing this. There's been an awful lot, I think, going on for me that I've had to, kind of park a few extra things. But it's so good to be back making content and great to be sort of, with you as well. Wonder Watermelons. Good morning. This is the only problem with this. Hey, Mark. Good morning. This is the only problem with the social media thing, is that we have these random names sometimes that people pop up of. Hey, Willow. This is so lovely. There's already somebody's account, which is an actual rabbit. But anyway, we're all here. So lots is new. Woody is new. Now I was going to introduce you to him, but he is literally just now fallen asleep on my feet. That's his new favourite thing to do, is wherever I am, he snuggles up and just lays on my feet. Or if I'm at the side on the counter, like, I don't know, I'm chopping stuff or washing up, he sits on my feet. And it's cute. But he hasn't quite worked out that obviously people move a lot. So when he gets all settled by your feet and you're washing up and you think, oh, I need to go and do that. And then you have to extract Woody so that you can go and move somewhere else. But anyway, I'll show you very shortly. I can show you the puppy. And we'll show that. But I am utterly exhausted. So if these get literally physically bigger as the Elevenses goes on, that would be why. So, how are you? I've missed you all. I liked how we used to have the chat on Instagram. I hope you like it here. It might take a couple of weeks to sort of get used to it. It's a slightly different platform. What I like about doing it on YouTube is you can watch it on your telly box, on the goggle box at home. You can watch it on your laptop. You can watch it on your phone. It's just a little bit more, I think, interactive for you. But what have you been up to? It's been a long time. Anybody moved house? That's horrific. I've got to the point now where I don't want, my advice to people is never move house. Never move house. 1 minute, having a cup of tea being passed to me. Further into shop, please. Thank you. Thanks very much. You'll notice there's no cake, but what can you do? But I have got a cake review. There's loads of new stuff. Now, ooh. That's a good cup of tea. Something about Elevenses, isn't there? Here. I've not been here, obviously live, for the last few months. But I want to know if you've been keeping up with your Elevenses, which is much better than keeping up with the Joneses, because there's often never cake when you keep up with the Joneses. Only a sort of sub-level of stress and frustration and passive aggression. But, however, I want to know, have you been having your little moments? Have you been taking a break? Have you been sort of chilling out? Let me know in the comments. I want to know what you do with the Elevenses. And what have you got today? Who's a coffee drinker? Who's a tea drinker? Let's have it out once and for all, because I think Elevenses is not like that. It's still watershed and all that. But I think Elevenses is for tea. I don't think it's for coffee. There, I've said it. But maybe that's because I don't drink coffee. I don't know. Anyway, listen. Elevenses is here. We're back. We have weekly special offers. Every single week, I'm going to chuck in a special offer, or I'm going to grab free swag for you, or there's going to be a competition. I'm really loving that. And a bit of reflection and fun, of course. That's the super important thing. Now, I'm going to tease you with something If you have signed up to my tea mail, you will know that I have my very own exclusive tea blend coming very soon. I thought it would be here by now. I was really hoping today to launch it, but it's not quite yet. Certainly, probably by the next time. Oh, no, I've committed to something. Maybe not by the next time I see you, but certainly very soon you will see the new Jez Rose tea blend. And we're going to run a competition so you can win your very own Jez Rose tea. Isn't that a lovely idea that you could boil the kettle? And every time you boil the kettle, you'll think of me. Isn't that lovely? What a lovely, charming thought. Wonder Watermelons, which is apparently Kim, is drinking coffee. It's all right. I still love you. It's okay that you drink coffee. There's no hate here for coffee people. Oh gosh, they're coming in thick and fast. Mr. Adorable really should be on this. I need somebody else to do the comments. And by the way, over the next couple of weeks, you're going to see Sunday Elevenses get bigger and bigger and bigger and develop into a sort of TV show format. And I'm super excited about that because, like, you were here first. I think we should get an alumni, Elevenses alumni. Like, if you were here before Sunday Elevenses came to YouTube, you should have like a little badge. Willow said she's not moved house, just a new kitchen. Yes, 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 yes. Loving the idea of a new kitchen and full house rewire off the back of it. Ooh, that's a lot of dust. Oh, it's Jackie. Hey, Jackie. I didn't realise that was you. How lovely. Strong American not doing either while still living in the house. Yeah, we did that here. In fact, there's still so much going on that living in a house while you're doing it, not a lovely thing. But then what do you do with that? You've got to move out, haven't you? You've got to have enough money to pay for a house or go and live with friends or something or family. Don't do that. Willow Harris team. All right. I don't know what that comment means. Mark's got water, the pinnacle of good health. He's not got tea or coffee. Anyway, I'm going to be boiling a kettle very shortly when we finish this because we're having our neighbours round to do some puppy socialisation with currently a very sleepy puppy. I will gently wake him up before the end of this so I can see it. Anyway, listen. If you listen to the podcast, you'll know that I've started renovating a garden outside. There's still loads of work going on in the house, but the wildflower meadows I've created are absolutely stunning. So this morning, just before we went live, I recorded a very quick video. So I thought you'd like to have a very, very quick tour of the garden. It's very brief. I do want to let you know that obviously because I've got a puppy, over the last sort of 10 days, it's been... I was about to say horrific. It's not been horrific. It's been utterly gorgeous, of course, but you literally can do nothing. It's like having a newborn child. It wakes up and it's like, okay, now lots of attention, and you're wandering around all the time going, don't chew that, no, don't chew this, don't scratch that, don't dig there, scratch this, don't scratch at all, eat this, chew this, don't dig at all, pee here, don't poo there. It's constant. And then, of course, when you sit down, I thought, well, that would be a nice time for me to write, because obviously my new book is coming out, and I thought, well, I'll write the book. And then you're typing away, you get to the end of a sentence and think, no, now I can't. The dog's chewing something, so you've got to go and just not chew it. You've got to go and find the dog, tell him not to chew it, and then you've got to go back and think, oh, what was I writing now? And then it's not. The great ideas I've come up with about the things I'll do when the puppy's asleep, literally none of them have happened. Anyway, let's take a very quick tour of the garden. I got my roving reporter, Jez, to have a little look at the garden. So it's over to you, Jez. Woody, should we show people the garden? Yeah, come on in. Yeah. Well, you can't show people the garden because we've had to put this up to stop Woody from ruining things. So, patio. From the patio, pop these grasses here. These are going to develop into nice big mounds, and then these beautiful seed head fronds pop up during the summer. This is Zeus and Marley in the tree. And then the wildflower meadow, which is just now coming towards the end of... Let me out, I want to play. It's just coming towards the end of its peak. But there is tons of this clover still, and the honeybees are all over it. There is just loads and loads and loads of honeybees, which is lovely to see. Sunflowers are starting to come through. Obviously the weather's made a big difference. Path goes through. In fact, this might cause an issue with Woody, but let's go up here through the little path, and then I've created a little sort of area here. Grass needs a good mow, but you know, puppy. Nothing happens with the puppy there. He's now desperately trying to get out. But let me out! I'll be back in a minute. It's a little seating area. It goes up through here. It goes off to the man cave where a lot of the work happens. And then this, which isn't really a lawn, we'll talk about these in a second, these sort of big beds that I'm sort of leaving a little bit wild as an experiment, but I've put in some pocket planting, and then through there is the big wild area, which I'll show you another time. Then coming down here, good boy, always puppy training. Pop down here a nice path that goes towards the kitchen. This is all still a work in progress. This is going to have lots of echinops and some of this creeping geranium that's going to come through here. So it's kind of woodlandy, sort of rustic feel. There's some random things that are popping up, like sunflowers, and keeping all of those. Echinops are just beginning to settle and develop. Everything needs a little bit of water. Some salvia in there as well. Definitely a little bird or something flapping around in there. And then to connect this outside office to the patio, hey Woody, this is where the vegetables and the fruits are going to be, and this is just really being laid out at the minute temporarily, just to see how this is going to work out. But I'm pretty happy with this side, just still needs a little bit of development. And then this is all being laid out, ready to be finished off and planted up. This has all been stripped back and laid out, which this is really lovely. This is false orange blossom, so this will develop into a nice big hedge. It will smell utterly stunning all across here. Create a little bit of a border, make it feel a bit more enclosed for the garden kitchen. And this is again a bit of a work in progress. We're going to paint all this up and put some cupboards on it, but this will be a really nice area to eat, entertain, sit, enjoy the plants. Lots of succulents and heathers and lavenders and foxgloves. Oh, I realise I can't go through there, so we have to go back through here. So, and also random things like this is utterly gorgeous. I didn't put it there. I'm just letting things come through. The things I want to keep, then we'll keep. Things I want to get rid of, potatoes are ready to come up, then we'll get rid of them. But it's quite a nice experiment. This here is a weed and they get absolutely everywhere, so that's coming out right now, as is that one as well. So there you go. Right, back to you in the studio, Jez. Oh, thanks, Jez. He's not bad, is he, as a roving reporter? We've had better, I think we'll all agree, but as a temporary stand-in. So there you go. I thought I'd just give you a very tiny little look at what we're doing. Now, bearing in mind, obviously, everything was just overgrown grass. There's been quite a lot of work that's gone into that, as you'll see on some of the other videos on YouTube. Mark posted a brilliant question. Thanks, by the way, for all of your lovely comments about it. I'm super grateful for that. Mark said, when's the best time to cut back a wild meadow? And it doesn't matter whether it's a meadow or whether it's, you know, in a pot or, I don't know, down the side of a house or in a little gravelly area, wherever those wildflower seeds are. It is, this will sound patronising, but it is literally when you think it is. When all the flowers die and there's no more show, that's when you cut it back. And depending on the weather, they will either start to come back again. You might well get a second flush of some of the flowers, or it'll just, you know, stay back. If you've got grassy mixes in there, then obviously you'll just get, you know, a bit of grass over the sort of wild grass rather than lawn over the winter period. And then those wild flowers will start to come back through again. But remember to take all of the stuff away, so you don't cut a wild meadow and then leave it there. Now obviously that's really tall in there, so when I do that, I'll do a video for you. I think I'm going to get a scythe because it's just going to be easier to blade it all down, bundle it all up, chuck that at the back of the garden in the wild area in the compost, and then it keeps all those seed heads away, and the dead foliage from rotting. But yeah, sort of when you think it is, really. So there you go. Now listen, I have got a new addition to Sunday Elevenses. Series 2 comes with new stuff. Not only does it come with a new puppy who is still asleep and still looks incredibly gorgeous, but I'll show you. You've got to wait to the end, and I'm not teasing it just to get you to watch it. It's because he's asleep. I've got the little cake review. I thought we'd do a little cake review every single week, a new cake. Now, sometimes it might be a recipe that I've baked. Sometimes it might be bought. This week it is bought because it took the pressure off me. But as it so turns out, very shortly we've got some neighbours coming round for some puppy socialisation. So I've actually today made scones or scones. Let's not It's Sunday. Let's all just calm down a bit, all right? So I've made some scones, and I also made carrot cake yesterday, and it is flipping amazing. So I sort of wish I'd done the carrot cake as the review for today, but I think what I might do is film it and have it next week, and I'm not sure. Maybe I'll put it in the freezer, see if it freezes okay. Anyway, so I bought today. Jackie quite rightly says when you're cutting back your wildflower things, watch out for hedgehogs. Very good point. So I am a big fan, as you know, of Elevenses, but I'm also a big fan of traditional baking and cakes and all of this good traditional stuff, right? And Betty's was established in 1919, the same year as the year that I look like I dress from. So, that's nice. For over 100 years, they've been making delicious treats. How lovely. But one of the things they're particularly well known for, you get these lovely, cute little like cards and stuff in there with, this is the original Betty's shop front, a little cafe. Isn't it lovely? From Harrogate or wherever. Anyway, one of the things they're particularly well known for are fat rascals, which are a bit like fruity scones, I think. So here they come in this, I haven't opened them yet. It says, we've been making cakes, fancies and pastries from the finest quality ingredients at our craft bakery in Harrogate since 1919. And you can get them delivered to your door. So I thought I'd do a quick review of them. They come in this really fancy little box. And they were not overly... Guys, look at this. You open the box and you get smiled at. They've got little faces. Look. Little, what is that, cherries? Cherries for eyes and almonds for little teeth or mouses. Isn't that cute? So there are 4 in here. Oh, I want to choose one that's got one that maybe looks happy. They all look a little bit troubled. I don't even know what you do with them. So I thought I would try little fat rascal. And do you know what's really nice is everything is baked fresh. So and they don't sponsor me. Oh my word. Oh my word. They smell. Homemade baking has a classic homemade smell, and I think I read in here it's because they don't use any preservatives or anything inside their baking. It says here, some of our treats have a shorter shelf life. We prefer not to add certain preservatives. So it is this massive. It's almost as big as my face. Oh, one Sunday we should do this. Can I get that so that does it? Hello, this is Jez, and welcome to Sunday Elevenses. You might notice there have been some changes around here. Now, I'm going to try it. Obviously, they're baked fresh. This is a day older than it should be. Oh, come on. This is... I've dropped a raisin. I need to pick it up before the puppy gets it. These are... Oh, my word. If this is a day old... Imagine... Obviously, everything is amazing fresh, right? But these are moist and soft. And they are jam-packed with fruit. There's fruit in there. Guys, this is incredible. This is like dry. So there's no... Oh, and it is delicious. There's no jam, there's no... I don't really know what it is. It's like half a rock cake, half a scone. It's flipping gorgeous. So, anyway. Cake review, week number 1. I'm loving the little cake review. Why didn't I think about this earlier? This is a bloody brilliant idea. I would give these are almost as good as mine. I just want to try this bit with the almond on it, because I really love almond. Oh my, they're toasted. It's a toasted almond. This is ridiculous. Okay, look. You didn't join to sit me, watch me eat that, but that is incredible. Well, Betty's, if you're watching, Fat Rascals, flipping incredible. That's I would say an 8 out of 10. It could have been a 10 out of 10 if I'd have eaten it on the day. I don't know, but that's a really good treat for an Elevenses. Definitely do that. Anyway, in about an hour's time, we've got our neighbours coming around, and they're going to pass Woody around, feed him treats. Probably got it all in my moustache. Sorry again. No, crumbs everywhere. I should do a slow motion shake like that and watch all these crumbs and bits of raisins scatter over everywhere. Because it's super important to get, obviously, puppies to be really used to being handled, but also to love people. Lots of people don't know that animals, most animals, certainly all mammals, have something called a critical socialization period, which is a period of time from when they're born up to a certain point when everything that happens in their life helps to imprint their behaviour for the rest of their life. So the result of that, of course, is that if Woody doesn't see lorries within the critical socialization period, which ends at 13 weeks for a puppy, so for a dog, you've got 13 weeks in which to form its behaviour blueprint for the rest of its life. It can be adapted and moulded. Obviously, later you can teach an old dog new tricks. It just takes a lot longer, and sometimes it's a lot more complicated. It's so much easier when they're a puppy and they're more malleable. They don't have mistakes. They don't have bad habits. So all the time you're teaching good habits, which is same with cats as well. Cats have a really short critical socialization period. I think with cats it's 7 weeks. It's really short. It's often the reason that lots of cats don't like being picked up or stroked or handled or whatever, or are overly scaredy, because no one does that with a cat, do they? You just get a cat and get it home and you go, there you go, there's the litter tray. I don't think about showing it, I don't know, children or being handled or picked up or put down or whatever. Not put down, you know what I mean, put on the floor. Gosh, already terrible start to the week. So that's what's happening with Woody. We've got some people coming around. I've baked some goods so that we can bribe the adults and bribe the humans. And Woody will get passed around, and every time he bites a little bit too hard, they're going to shout and scream. And I've got a prize for the person who shouts the loudest, but within context. So, when he bites and it really hurts, if they do good, ouch, then they're going to get a prize. I don't know how it's going to go. We should probably film it. Anyway. Listen, if you like the content that's being produced, I've set up a really simple, super easy way for you to be able to show your appreciation. If you would like to see more content, you can go to thatjezrose.com/donate. Massive thanks to Sarah Woodman for being... I set it up, I think, yesterday or the day before. Huge thanks to Sarah Woodman to be the first person to send a donation to show your appreciation for all of the free content that we're producing. There are weekly videos on YouTube, almost daily. We set up to start them daily. Some of them are taking a bit longer to edit. There's some really interesting and I think really cool stuff coming out as well. But the thing I wanted to talk about this week that is, I think, a little annoying before we get to the special offer. One thing's been grating on me a lot, and I don't know whether I'm just getting old. Maybe I'm just getting a little bit grumpy. I don't know. People get grumpy when they're old. I mean, look at old people, right? They're miserable about everything. I literally cannot wait till I get old. I'm either going to be that old person that's like... utterly miserable, like the most miserable person in their life. I'd have gone from somebody being happy and positive to think, do you know what, bugger it, I'm old now, I'm going to be really miserable. Or I'm going to be this annoyingly chipper. I hope I'm the latter. My grandma, before she got dementia, was just buoyant and pro-social and so lovely and social. So maybe I will end up being that annoyingly happy old person. But the thing that's getting my goat at the minute is products that you buy that are wrapped in plastic and that the plastic says on the back of it, not recyclable at home or currently not recyclable. It's really beginning to irritate me. It's 2022. We know there's a global warming crisis. We know there's an environmental crisis. We know the world, because of our actions, is a lot worse off than it was. We know we, as human beings and the things that we've done, have caused species extinction. And I'm still getting stuff from supermarkets or online that says that I've got to drive to some special recycling centre. Why should the onus be on me? I'm buying one of these little plastic bags or something, and then you're expecting me to drive to some special centre in order to be able to recycle this bit of plastic. Why don't you, if you're producing millions of them, make them out of something else that we can put in our recycling at home? What's the point in having that? And it does annoy me. I think, well, what difference am I making to the world? I really want to make less of an impact. But what difference am I making if I'm washing out a plastic milk bottle or something once every 10 days, and you're producing, hundreds of thousands or millions of a particular product in a plastic that's not compostable. I found something the other day. I bought some toys for Woody. We're doing some kind of reviews. And one of them came in that hard, it's really difficult to explain, that really hard plastic. Sometimes they come, it's almost like there's something shrink wrapped inside it, and it comes with a little hanging hole at the top. And you have to get your scissors in because it's really, really that hard plastic. A whole chew toy came wrapped in that, like a whole, and I thought, what on earth? Why does it even need to be like that? Really, really frustrating. So that's really got my goat in a minute. But is it just me? Is it the don't recycle at home? Is that just me? What are your thoughts on that? Is that I'd love to hear in the comments today, and whenever you listen to this, am I being unreasonable? Do you think actually the don't recycle at home thing is a bad thing? Do you think people should be doing more about it? It'd be interesting to hear your thoughts. Oh, Mark's already popped in. He says, I hate the sandwich wrappers that you have to peel the plastic off the whole back before you can recycle the paper. Yeah, nuts, right? That stupid little... Same with fruit things as well. Like if you buy a punnet of raspberries in the shops, that top bit, definitely can't recycle that. That needs to go to a specialist recycling centre. The actual tray, the punnet, you can recycle that. Can't recycle the bubble wrap or that little spongy foamy thing. You think this is nonsense. Why isn't it all in a cardboard thing? Other organisations are doing it. You can do it as well. So actually going back to Betty's today, I don't know whether this is recyclable or not. I need to check with them about that. But the box, that could have been plastic and it's not. So well done for them for putting it in cardboard. Carol says cucumbers, why do they need to be in plastic? Oh my word, like everything. Isn't it weird that a cucumber's in plastic and yet an aubergine isn't? Or a cucumber's in plastic but a marrow isn't? Isn't that weird? And also, in the supermarket I shop at, some of the broccoli is in plastic and some of it isn't. You think, why do they get special treatment? What's that? Are they particularly, is it like a frightened broccoli? Are they agoraphobic and they need sort of like a cuddle? An agoraphobic broccoli, I wonder if that's an actual thing. Anyway, listen, we've gone on too much. I wanted to talk to you about things I love. There's a new channel. No, not a new channel. What am I trying to say? I can't believe I used to be really good at getting this into half an hour, and we're now like 2 minutes away. There is a new playlist. There's a new playlist on my YouTube channel called Things I Love, and we're going to be adding sort of reviews of stuff that I love and things that I like. But there's also a new section in the shop, jezrose.com/shop. Of things that I love. There's a couple of candles in there, there's some seeds in there, there's some books in there, I can't remember. You can buy them directly from us, you can find them elsewhere if you want, but obviously we give you a little special cheeky discount as well. I thought it'd be nice to share with you the things that I love. So, I want to talk to you about navigating divorce with kindness, or about hoarding versus efficiency, but maybe that is for our next Sunday Elevenses. So, I did promise you a special offer for this week. Now, depending on how long you've been following me for, you may or may not know that when I was at the farm, we created a very special bee-friendly wildflower mixture. It took quite a long time to find this and put this together. All of the seeds are organic, and they are extremely successful. What's really nice is that people who buy these go out of their way to say, I bought those, they're amazing, other seeds weren't so good or they failed, these are really nice. Well, they're back because obviously I've been doing such a big wildflower meadow project out the back here, testing some seeds from meadow in my garden. I thought I would bring our seed packets together. Each little seed packet is recycled and recyclable. Even the print is recyclable, special ink. Each of these little packets is enough for 3 to 5 square meters. There's borage in there. I love borage. And that's cell seeds. Buckwheat, calendula, super pretty. You can eat them. Phacelia, one of my favourites, and the bees flipping love them. Corn poppy, hyssop, and crimson clover as well. They're in the shop. If you use the special discount code August, you can check out the Things I Love section in the shop as well at the same time. But that, we're going to be adding to that over the next couple of weeks. That will get you free shipping on the wildflower seeds. But also there's a special offer in there. If you buy more than one packet, you get them at a slightly discounted rate as well. So let me know what you think of the new 11s, won't you? And don't forget to subscribe. That is super important as well. Don't forget to follow me on social media. I did say that I promised I would show you a puppy. I'm going to very, very gently wake him up He's sort of stirring a bit. Give me 20 seconds just so that I can grab him. Oh, and if you haven't already, do make sure that you subscribe to the channel. That's really important as well, because here he is. There's a nice little... oh, here we go. Cute, huh? It's nice for you to be able to subscribe. Come on, my little friend. Cute, I know, darling. Come and love the camera. Oh, sleepy boy. This is Woody, everybody. You going to say hello? Hello. My name's Woody. Oh, baby boy. So, do let me know in the comments, or you can email or send me a direct DM as well, what you think of the new Sunday Elevenses. Are you okay with it being on YouTube? Do you like the new style? We've improved things like with the camera and microphone and stuff like that, and putting in a few extra little things as well. Oh, buddy, are you ready to keep sleeping? He's normally an awful lot more active. You're probably watching this thinking, well, how come he's not been able to do anything? The dog does bugger all. I can assure you that this sleepy little monster, as cute as he is keeping me on my toes. Whatever you do today, make sure it is peaceful and that there is a moment for you where you can enjoy the very fact that you made a choice about doing something that makes you feel good. I hope the weather is beautiful for you, and I hope you have even just a few minutes to yourself to think, I'm choosing right now to do something that makes me feel good. Have yourselves an amazing week. I can't wait to see you next week and to hear about everything that's going on in your life. Until then, have a lovely day, and we'll see you next time. Say bye, Woody. Bye-bye, Woody. Sleeping now. Okay. I actually can't press the button to end it.